truthers. Well, we're going to get a little deeper tonight. So, I'm going to grab our beer. We're going to pull on up. And we're going to go deep. You ever hear a story that just sticks with you? Not because it's loud, not because it's dramatic, but because something about it feels real. Tonight I've got 3 of those. And the people that these happened to, they never forgot them. Story 1, Drums of the North. Back in the 1950s, a group of teenagers decided to go camping way up north. I'm talking deep wilderness. No roads, no cabins, nothing but trees and water. The kind of place where once the sun goes down, it's just you and whatever else is out there. They set up camp near a lake, built a fire, told stories, laughed, probably drank some beers. Just a normal night until it got quiet. Too quiet. No wind, no animals, no frogs, nothing. And then they heard it. A drum. Far in the distance. Slow, rhythmic, deliberate. Dun, 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 dun. At first, they thought it had to be something else. Echoes, maybe machinery. But out there was nothing. No towns, no people. Just forest. And that sound. The drumming continued. Steady, unchanging, and then it got closer. Not louder exactly, just closer. Like it wasn't echoing anymore. Like it was moving. One of them finally said what everyone was thinking. That's not normal. So they put the fire out, sat in silence, listening. That's when they realized something else. There wasn't just one drum. There were multiple surrounding them. They didn't sleep that night. Just sat there, listening as the drums circled slowly, patiently, and just before sunrise, they stopped all at once. The next morning, nothing. No tracks, no signs of anyone, just the woods, like it had never happened. But none of them ever went back. And years later, every single one of them told the same story, same rhythm, same movement, same feeling, like they weren't alone. Story 2, The Babysitter in the Woods. This one gets a little creepy. I heard from someone who knew the girl personally. She said she never babysat again after this. She was watching a couple's kid. House way out in the woods, long driveway, no neighbors, no street lights, just surrounded by trees. The parents left around sunset. Everything was normal. The kid was asleep. TV was on. A quiet night. Until she heard something outside. A noise. Like something walking through the leaves. Slow. Heavy. So she checked the window. And There was nothing. So she sat back down, tried to ignore it. Then it happened again, closer this time. And then a second sound from the opposite end of the house. Now she's uneasy because whatever's out there, well, there's more than one. She locks the doors, turns off the lights, sits in silence. Then comes the scratching at the walls, slow, dragging, moving from one side of the house to the other. And then a voice, soft, almost human, calling from outside. Hello. She freezes because she knows no one should be out there. The voice changes. Still soft, but wrong. Like it's trying to sound human. Then something hits the side of the house, hard. She runs upstairs, locks herself in a room, calls the parents, no answer. And that's when she hears it right outside the door. Not outside the house, inside. Footsteps, slow, dragging, moving down the hallway. She hides, doesn't make a sound. The footsteps stop right at the door. Silence. Then a knock. 3 times. She doesn't answer, doesn't move, doesn't breathe. Eventually it goes away. When the parents come home, hours later, find her shaken, terrified. They search the house. Nothing. Doors still locked. No signs of entry. But outside, tracks. All around the house. Different sizes. Different shapes. Like multiple things had been circling, waiting. Story 3. The Man and the Power Lines. This last one might be the most unsettling because it didn't just scare him, it changed him. A guy in his 20s working out west, maintaining power lines in the mountains. They usually worked in teams, but this day he was alone. He's driving along the access road, middle of nowhere, miles from anything. Everything feels normal until it doesn't. He said it hit him all at once. That feeling like he was being watched. He stops the truck, gets out, looks around. Nothing. But the feeling doesn't go away. So he keeps working, climbs up one of the structures, starts checking the lines. That's when he sees it. Standing on a ridge, far off, too tall, too still, watching him. He climbs down, quickly, gets back in the truck. When he looks back up, now it's closer. Not moving, just closer. Like it skipped distance. He starts the truck, drives, doesn't look back. But he can feel it, still there, still watching. He said the the air felt wrong, heavy, like pressure building. And then he sees it again, closer than it should be, close enough that he can see it's not human. He doesn't stop, doesn't slow down, just drives. When he finally gets back, people notice something immediately. His hair, completely white, not gray, not faded, white, overnight. Well, he never went back out there. Never talked much about it either. But when he did, he always said the same thing. It wasn't just watching me. It knew I was alone. So here's the thing about stories like these. They don't feel connected. Different places, different people, different times. But they all share one thing. That feeling. Like that something is out there. Watching, listening, waiting, and maybe, just maybe, closer than we think. If you ever experience something like this, drop it in the comments, because the more you listen, the more you start to realize these stories, they don't stay stories. So, until the next one, keep the beer handy, keep the cooler full, and I'll see you back in the porch.